Public hearing is closed. Commissioner Kemp, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I wanted to thank everyone for coming out tonight and spending their time and repeatedly coming before the Commission to express their concern about their community plan and their recognition of what a special place and communicating to us what a special place Keystone and Odessa are. I'll move at this time to deny transmission. The planning, for many, many reasons. As we all know, the Planning Commission has found it inconsistent with the comprehensive plan. If we were to approve this, I agree with the speaker who said we might as well just throw out our entire comprehensive plan. It's clearly and very gravely speaks to violating what this community has worked for so long. The Keystone Plan supports our rural areas and endangered species, as far as I'm concerned, in this county. It's important to preserve and protect these areas, and I thank you all for doing that. I know your community plan, you worked hard on it, expressed a vision, expressed about the character of your community, protection of the wetlands, the Booker Creek recharge area that pumps millions of gallons of water. You've said that your schools are over capacity, and I appreciate the statement that was made that we are, this commission, the guardians of managed growth. I think it's upon us and a responsibility for us to recognize that. Repeatedly in the comprehensive plan, as I've read through it, it has a concept, at very least, of prematurity, of not moving before we need to in areas like this. We've heard several speakers say growth is coming to Keystone. Growth is coming to Hillsborough County most likely, but it won't be coming to Keystone in this way if we don't approve for it to happen. We are the guardians of growth management, and it's through our comprehensive land decisions that we have made decisions in the past to pile density on areas like Brandon. And I respect the fact that, tonight it was mentioned about Lithia Pinecrest Road. Many of you may know that in the past week we had our road plan for $812 million, $100 million to widen 3.7 miles of Lithia Pinecrest Road. And I understand how people there are feeling because their comp plans were changed over what they had worked on, and we began to pile densities in there. And then it comes to the point where we have, just for 3.7 miles, a road widening of $100 million, $28 million a mile. Let me tell you, it is a total myth that our taxpayer dollars will support and pay for this growth. In fact, we'll lose money if we approve doing this in an area that has not the infrastructure in place. We'll be forever pouring dollars out there, and the taxpayer dollars that are paid in mobility fees or later in property taxes will no way support these kinds of changes. I looked up that I didn't even know existed, data prior to my time on the commission, but mentioned by several people tonight, the suit that occurred by the applicant, Mr. Dibbs, versus Hillsborough County. And I looked at the decision that was made in 2014, written very well by Judge Charlene Honeywell. It's a very well-written decision. I learned some things from it. I was surprised to hear that the applicant had said that they weren't aware of the community plan before they bought the property, because the record here, as it is in the court decision, says following the adoption of the plan in 2001, Mr. Dibbs purchased 3 separate pieces of real property in Keystone. Dibbs was represented by counsel when he purchased these properties. He testified that he was generally aware of the community plan at the time he purchased property in Keystone, but didn't know how restrictive it was. However, Dibbs also alleges that he attended some of the meetings regarding adoption of the plan and requested that the Lake LeClaire property he was planning to purchase not be included in the plan. Dibbs' request for exclusion from the plan was denied. Additionally, Dibbs' representatives attended some of the meetings regarding the adoption of the plan. That, again, was in 2003, or that was prior to the adoption of the plan and he purchased the property in 2003. The plan had been adopted in 2001. Also, just a few statements that Judge Honeywell, in the record here, has in her decision. She says, according to the plain language of the Keystone Odessa Community Plan, which was upheld in this decision and in appeals later, the vision of the plan was for the Keystone Odessa community to continue to be a rural community. The protection of water resources was paramount, given the many lakes, wetlands, and rivers in the area. Among the goals was the desire to protect the area from suburban and urban sprawl, maintain ecological balance, and preserve natural areas in residential lot development. The Keystone Community Plan was developed to guide development and provide guidelines for developers who were considering buying land in the area. The plan was the result of several meetings which solicited input from Keystone residents, and the Keystone community supported the plan. Finally, I think the applicant in this case, it's very apparent that the applicant has opportunities to make substantial profits off the investment that the applicant has made. So again, I move to deny transmission.
And is that a motion to deny transmittal of both proposed amendments?
Yes.